Welcome students, this is the fourth video for physics. Today we'll start with a new chapter, light energy. We can't see light, but we see things around us with the help of light. Light is a form of energy, and we define light as a form of energy which gives us the sensation of sight. We are able to see things around us when light falls on them and returns in the same medium and reaches to our eyes. Light always travels in a straight line. This is a very special characteristic of light and is called rectilinear propagation of light. Shadow formation is one of the practical application of rectilinear propagation of light. Light is not able to pass through some objects, and so a dark patch is formed which is called shadow. These objects are called opaque objects like books, tables, etc. Objects which allow light to pass are called transparent objects. Objects which partially allow light to pass are called translucent. Students, we have studied in detail about this in class 6th. We all have seen ourselves in mirror, but how this image is formed, let's study. In presence of a luminous object, the light is reflected by us, and these light rays falls on the surface of the mirror. It bounces back in the same medium and reaches to our eyes. This returning of light in the same medium is called the reflection. In the diagram you can see how light falls on a shining surface and bounces back. This phenomena of bouncing back of light into the same medium after striking a shining smooth surface is called reflection of light. A plane mirror is such example of shining smooth surface which allow reflection of light. You can see it in the diagram given. Plane mirror is a simple glass plate and one side is silvered, so it becomes the silvered surface, and this is then coated. The silvered surface is coated with some opaque material so as to safeguard it, and the other surface thus becomes the reflecting surface. Let's study some terms related to the reflection of light, and these are the terms which we'll be using frequently while studying this topic. Incident ray. The ray of light that strikes the shining smooth surface is called the incident ray. Point of incidence. The point at which the incident ray strikes the surface is called the point of incidence. Reflected ray. This is the ray which is returned back into the same medium after the incident ray strikes the smooth surface. Normal. It is the perpendicular drawn on the surface at the point of incidence. This perpendicular is called normal. Angle of incidence. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. It is represented by letter small I. Angle of reflection. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. It is represented by letter small r. This diagram shows all the terms related to reflection of light you have just studied. We all know about the phenomena reflection of light now, and this phenomena follows two laws. These laws are called the laws of reflection. The first law says that the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. You can see it in the diagram. According to the second law, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal all lie in the same plane. Here is a video for the experimental verification of the laws of reflection. Kindly watch the video carefully.
A simple experiment to prove the laws of reflection, that is the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So for that I require some basic stationary items. I require some softboard pins and I require a plane mirror. So this plane mirror is actually I have attached a wooden block at the back side of the plane mirror so that this mirror can stay upright. Right? I also require a wooden board on which I am doing the practical as well as I require a A4 size paper. Now what am I going to do is I am going to fix my A4 size paper so that it doesn't move during the entire experiment, like this. Now let me remove these all things from here, and I'm going to place a mirror somewhere over here and make sure that this mirror is kept straight, and then I'm going to draw a straight line like this. Okay, so I'll have to do it again, because as you can see the distance from here to here and the distance from here to here are not same. So let me do it again. Okay, this is my line that is ready of the mirror. So this is basically my plane mirror, and you are looking at this non-reflecting part and this is the reflecting part, right? Now at any one location, say at the middle, I'm going to draw a perpendicular line. So this angle is 90 degrees. Now I'm going to place this mirror back again over here, not on this line. Now let me keep some angle of incidence. That is up to us. You can take it 30 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree, whatever you want. So this is my protractor, and the zero of the protractor, that I'm going to keep it over here at this point, like this. And now since this line is matching with this line, let me make the angle of incidence. This is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 degree. Fine. So let me make this angle of incidence 50 degrees. So from here 50 degree, let me join these 2 points like this one. This is my incident ray. Now I'm going to put the mirror here, and out of 4 softboard pins, I would be fixing 2 pins over here. Now see guys, the image of these 2 pins will be visible in the mirror on the back side, correct? So you will have 2 images of these 2 pins over here. Now what am I going to do is I'm going to take another 2 pins and I'm going to arrange these 2 pins somewhere over here such that all 4 pins, 2 real pins and the other 2 images, appear in straight line, right? So these 2 pins, their images, and these 2 pins, so all 4 appear to be in straight line. So let me show it to you. Okay, I have arranged them. So as you can see that these 2 pins I have plugged it over here. Now let me show you. As you can see, the images of these 2 pins can be seen over here like this. Now these 2 pins that I have plugged it over here, as you can see that they all 4 pins are in straight line, right? These 2 pins, their images you can see there, and these 2 pins I have attached such that all 4 appear in straight line. Now let me put back the camera again. Alright, now I don't need these 2 pins, so I am going to just mark their positions like this, and I am going to remove these 2 pins also, and the mirror I am going to slightly push it back. Now I am going to join these 2 points with this point, that is the point of incidence. There are slight possibilities of error because we can make, by when we were putting the pins, there might be some error in that, but I'll try to minimize the error as less as possible. So now let me measure. This is our normal, this is our incident ray, this is our reflected ray. This angle was kept 50 degree. Now let me measure the angle of reflection, and the angle of reflection will be measured with respect to the normal. So again from here I'll check my line is matching with this one, and as you can see I have made it, people. See, this is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So exactly I'm getting this angle of reflection as 50 degree as well.